Dak Prescott speaking about contracts up in the air in Dallas. My God. It's just, it's the greatest. I mean, we're here first week of June, and his contract hasn't been touched. Sort of like Santiago. And his sort of like his clothes in his closet.
I want to know
not to be,
why
he's not packed. Nothing's been touched. Okay? He didn't pack a thing. And CeeDee Lamb's not the mandatory stuff, because Justin Jefferson's now the highest paid non-quarterback in the league, and he's not at agreement with the Jones family. And then Micah Parsons like, that's okay, I'll wait. But I just know that when I sign, I'm going to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the league. And that number's only going to go up because I'm assuming CD might be the one to help force it up. But at any rate, what do I know?
What do any of us know, really?
I know I shouldn't say such a thing into a microphone when I'm hoping you consume this show live on the Roku channel or Rich Eisen Show terrestrial radio affiliate, Sirius XM Odyssey, or our podcast.
You got to be real with the people sometimes, though, Rich.
I shouldn't even say. I know. I mean, I shouldn't say the words like, well, what do I know? All I know is it's just going to get more expensive as they wait.
Yep.
And in the case of Dak, you may just flat out lose him completely. And the answer might be, fine, let him go. What has he done? What has he done? All right. Okay, so he beat, who did he beat in the playoffs?
Only Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah. Ended his career, didn't he?
That's
Sent him into retirement, didn't he?
If any other quarterback in this league would have done that, we'd be swinging from their undercarriage about how great they are, but nobody cares when it comes to Dak.
Did they win the game because of Dak?
Yes, Chris, they did.
Sure.
Dak... Well, you can't take it away.
Come on, dog.
Come on.
Like,
don't do that. Don't do that.
But they don't win because of him, but they lose because of him.
By the way, Dak's first game return from injury was against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, and he had one of his best games ever.
400 yards.
He did. It was so good.
I've lost because our place kicker.
We've been swinging from his undercarriage since. Great phrase. It's tough for me to forget that one.
I'm just saying.
Understood. Well, you don't need to physically make the maneuver like you're parachuting. You're grabbing onto two whatever.
I'm just saying.
Ropes.
Actually, Dak had 4 touchdowns against the Bucs. He was really good.
He was great. At any rate.
2-5 in the playoffs.
What do I know? So the question is how is he handling all of it, right? How's he going to handle all of it? And the question is, here's his answer.
This is the urgency you should always have, to be honest. So maybe guys who normally wouldn't feel it. So I don't mind it. Been in this position before. I'm a gambling man. Will gamble on myself and my guys. So not actually, guys. I understand. I understand. There's been a lot of shit with that. So not that way. Just a hot. So yeah. That being said, yeah. There you go.
That's another reason why he should stick around there. I mean, he's used to being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. That is not an easy gig in the NFL or in sports in general. The amount of attention that is on you, the amount of pressure that he likes to. But he's out. By the way, he's out of ways to answer this question now.
Yeah.
Make fun of it. Talk about how it makes diamonds. How I'm betting on myself. That's how I started. I mean, honestly. He's out of ways to answer the question. The only answer is how will the question be posed by an opponent when it's win or go home time in January? Will it be on the road? Will it be at home? What is going to happen in that moment? And are the Cowboys best set up for that moment roster-wise? I'm saying I don't know how they're much better than they were at this point last year. Other than health, they're going to be healthier, right?
Yeah.
They're going to be healthier.
That's important.
Going into week 1. I'm just wondering how it will be in week, 19, 20? Because they'll get there. They're going to make the playoffs. And we're just going to see what happens then. And are they equipped roster-wise? And are we going to be looking back at the fun that we had about the Jerry telethon and timpani and putting up on the board the number of transactions that they had during the free agency period, which was 0 for a while and then 1 for a long time. Are we going to be looking at that moment saying, boy, they could have had that person or that person if they only had the cap flexibility created by their own foresight to sign the guys that they're going to end up having to sign now anyway? Are we going to have that conversation in January, or are we going to say Jerry was right? Good Lord, is that going to be something we're talking about all the time? And that is it. That is the crux.
Jack with you
but
today.
but other quarterbacks may not be as able to laugh it off, brush it off, and perform as well as Dak is no doubt going to. You know, no doubt going to. But what happens in January? Who's it going to be? Where are they going to be? Who's it going to be against? Boy, I can't wait to fill in those proper nouns in the Mad Lib. Cannot wait.
Just remember, it wasn't Dak that let Romeo Doubs get loose for 151 yards.
No,
receiving. It wasn't Dak who let Aaron Jones get 118 yards. You know, these are just.
But a little pushback, a little bit of pushback,
No,
and you know how I cape for Dak quite a bit from here. Stop it. What did I just say?
Yeah, but
how many people are? Oh, excuse me.
But then there's always there's always
now
a little
these are fighting
slice.
words.
There's always a little paper cut at the end.
No,
come on.
No, now these are fighting words. How many people who sit in a position that I'm sitting in come out and say Dak's going to have a good regular season? He's going to be fine, or he's handling this pressure well. No, they're going to just poop all over him and say he stunk. The Dallas Cowboys should go and do what they're doing with him. Make him prove it. Because
that's my line.
I don't feel that way about it. As a matter of fact, no. I do. I sit here and I just don't think that they're going to have the pressure removed from Dak in a situation that the roster, if it was constructed a little bit better, when it all comes down to it. But I also am not sitting here thinking, how's Deuce Vaughn going to look in the slot on the third down, which apparently they're trying out right now in their OTAs, and he apparently looks good. I don't know. We don't know. Can Rico Dowdle have some sort of an effect on things? Can Zach be Can Zeke be a guy who behind Zach Martin? Will he have a better year? He said he didn't have a great year last year. I think he made All-Pro anyway. Listen, I just don't know if when rubber meets road, how's it going to work out? Against who and where? And the pushback I was going to offer is if Dak had converted a first down here and there, maybe the Packers wouldn't have gotten right back on the field and jammed it right down their throats defensively. I mean, these things are all part of a tapestry, if you will. But I can't wait for that to play out. And how it plays out, whether they're on the road or at home. And last year, you recall, they were terrific at home up until that playoff loss. Whether they're at home or on the road, a division winner or not, depends on how they do in the regular season. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.